What's up, everyone? I'm Tam, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe because my channel is hard to find, and if you lose it, you may never find it again because the title is really difficult to find. I mean, I can't even find it. So, without further ado, let's talk about the mean narcissist. I think if there was a number one word that would come up with narcissists, it would be meanness. Like really, really mean people. I don't think people think of narcissists as nice at all. It doesn't matter what they're doing for the common good. Like I just bought 2,000 bologna sandwiches for the whole state. It doesn't matter. People think of narcissists as mean, cruel, difficult, hard to be around, nice, nasty people. So they are. I mean, they can be. And there's definitely a brand of narcissists that are mean. They harass people. They yell at people. They bully people. These are your kids that you're like, golly, you are just the biggest bully. There are kids who bully the teachers, bully the students. Nobody can really do anything with them. And the argument could be said, are these people aware of what they're doing? To me, that is a yes and a no. Some people say they absolutely know what they're doing. In fact, they enjoy being mean to people. They like taking punches at people and treating people badly. Like they get a high off of that. Like treating people badly, making them feel dumb, putting them down, even physically abusive situations. They enjoy making people feel bad. I mean, there are a lot of narcissists who really get off on that. Like, let me tell you what I did to them. Let me tell you what I said to them. They will think that that kind of stuff is funny. Doing things to their families to make them uncomfortable, or, waking them up in the middle of the night because they're doing some clanging pots and doing different things like that brings them deep pleasure and joy. Like they can really enjoy fighting with people, arguing with people, belittling people, staring at them to try to find something ugly to say to them. And they can also feel enraged by jealousy or different negative emotions that make them want to put people down and make them feel terrible about themselves. On the flip side, if narcissists do know what they're doing, the issue I have with that is it is a disorder. So if you have a personality disorder, that means your makeup is going to be different than other people's. You're going to have some deficits. You're going to split. You're going to think in black and white. Everything is terrible or good or fantastic. There are things in your wiring that are creating an awful, terrible person. Otherwise, why not just be kind and nice and respectful and a good person and get along well with others? What is it that's causing them to behave the way that they do in the very mean, bullying nature that they do? It's because they have a personality disorder. It is how they are wired. So to some degree, no, they can't help it. There are a lot of things going on. If that weren't the case, we could cure them just by saying, hey, you should really be nice to people. Try telling that to them. That will probably set them off. So there's a lot of stuff going on there. So yes, they are mean and they can drive people nuts. So do they have any empathy at all? I think some narcissists do have some level of empathy where it doesn't feel as icky to them. It may not be what they drive with. They might like toughness and hate weakness, and so that could go into a weak category. But I have seen some narcissists seem to care, at least to some degree, in some ways or areas, and it could be somebody that they just really, really like. Narcissists have what's called cognitive empathy, and that refers to how well an individual can perceive and understand the emotions of another. Cognitive empathy, also known as empathic accuracy, involves having more complete and accurate knowledge about the content of another person's mind, including how the person feels. So there can be situations that happen to somebody and they may say, yeah, that was really sad that that happened to that person. And yeah, that wasn't good. And yeah, I'm sure they're having a hard time. So that's cognitive empathy. But the issue is, they can kind of know they still, in my opinion, struggle with feelings and what a feeling is. So sometimes if you ask them what it felt like, they would say, I felt like beating somebody's butt, not I felt mad, I felt angry. They can struggle with what feelings are, which creates a huge deficit in a person if they can't really identify feelings. A lot of times they weren't taught empathy and compassion for people. So most people have emotional empathy, and that's what they are lacking. So they can rationally understand someone's perspective without sharing their emotional experience. So most people have emotional empathy. That is what narcissists lack. It's sharing an emotional experience with another person and truly understanding how they feel. It's a deep understanding of a person's emotional state. So you feel what that person feels. They're distressed and you understand, you feel distressed for them. They struggle with that area. Like, I'm not really feeling what you're feeling. I know I'm supposed to because society has taught me in a cognitive way or a thought, with my thoughts. I know that it is correct, but I don't truly feel empathy. I don't know what that feels like to feel sad because you're sad. Sometimes they don't understand your tears. It doesn't matter it doesn't mean anything to them. Why are you whining? Why are you crying? They understand their own. If something happens to them that they don't like, oh, poor me, woe is me, isn't this? They understand their own, but most of us understand our own and other people. So something in their minds that tell them that they are supposed to be superior to other people. That's how they keep from feeling empathy or being on the same level as everyone else, is because they think that they are better and above everyone else and that they deserve special treatment. So they're compensating all the time for, they don't want to feel. They had turbulent childhoods, but as adults, it's not so turbulent anymore because they've taught themselves, or their brains have taught them, or the disorder has taught them how to not feel because they felt too much at a young age. So now they are the abusers and they become rude when they don't get the treatment that they think they deserve. But sometimes the treatment that they think they deserve is outrageous and it's above what everyone else is receiving. But the filter in their mind tells them, this is owed to me. I'm better than everyone. Think about that. If you're better than everyone else, then you don't have to feel what everyone else feels. They get kind of a pass in life because they don't have to feel the hurt that many of us feel for other people. They get to escape that because their childhood wounds or neglect taught them to suppress all of that and not feel and be larger than life. So it's a weird way that the brain has created for them to get their needs met, but it's bad for the rest of us. So they can be very hurtful to their partners and their mates. So let me know if you know any mean narcissists and what are some of the things that they've done to you. And if you want to understand them better, check out my book, The Workplace NaRCISSiST, and it will help you to understand the hateful ways of narcissists. And check out my book, Flip the Script on Love, if you need some touch-ups in your love life or you want to get your romantic life in check. Check it out. I will put the links in the description. And I'll see you lovely, wonderful people on the next video. Bye. Be sure to like it. Bye.